messin plutôt que français, de Metz plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a.
Dare I say, as is the intro for every single damn video, it's another beautiful gloomy day in London. I want to spend some more time with you in a more candid kind of one-to-one basis where I really delve deeper into my life, trying to find balance as a full-time artist, writer. This is a wake-up call, you see, because yesterday my screen time on my laptop yesterday was 16 hours because I was editing my novel. 16 hours? How does that happen? I tried to do the maths. Did I sleep? I mean, it probably carried over from the day before past midnight, but still. So this video is going to be about finding balance as a full-time artist, finding a work-life balance, and it's messy and complicated but beautiful because my passion is what I do. And so finding balance isn't something that it doesn't hurt in any way. It's because I write for my career, but I write because I love to write, and so even when I'm trying to have some downtime, I'll be reading or doing other things that are inherently informing my career. It's midday right now, and thus far I have showered, I've had breakfast, I've done all of that stuff, and I'm currently working, writing. If you don't know, I also host a literary and arts journal, an online collective, Nowhere Girl Collective. It's also a cult if you're into that kind of thing, which it should be. And it's currently submission period, it's submission season, so I'm open for submissions for 3 days a month based on the prompt, and it's submission season, so they're all rolling in now, and I'm always torn about whether I should stay on top of them and to go through them as they come in, or leave them until the end and then go through them in a massive lump few days where I don't eat or sleep because there's so many submissions. And I like to lump it all together, because then I get more of I feel like I get more context for all of them and see the repeated themes and motifs and whatnot, because then if I do it as I go, I find I approve a lot of similar ones, and I really am interested in obviously hosting a bunch of different voices and variety. I'm also really trying to expand my mediums of art publicly, because behind closed doors I like to paint, I like to dance, I like to do all these kinds of things that are various means of self-expression, but the step that I'm currently trying to take is to share more of my other kinds of work, which is scary because I've spent so long perfecting and honing in on my voice as a writer to be recognized publicly. Now I'm finding it hard to bridge the gap between writing and different mediums of expression, because it's not the same inherent voice, it's something different each time, it's something different each piece. So today, beautiful Wednesday, an agent just asked for my full manuscript, so I'm just sorting that out to get over. Then I've got, for International Women's Month, the Tate Britain have invited me to the Women in Revolt exhibition, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to bring you along to that because I know that you'd be excited about that too. It's just a bunch of art from formidable female voices. And this is another thing that comes back to me finding balance between work and life, if it's all revolving around art, because this is work as well, and because I create content, you're never off the clock. I'm always thinking, this could be content, I'd love to share that with my audience because they'd love this too. And trust me, by no means none of this is derogatory, this is a positive light. I love getting to share my magical life with you, and I love that I get to create everything into content, and I love that it's non-stop, but it comes back down to balance. Anyway, the structure of this video is to be determined. I just started filming today as I was thinking and thought, this would be good to track and share publicly. So it might be vloggy, it might be more so reflections based on things afterwards, it might be a combination, it might be your worst nightmare, it might be my worst nightmare. I might hate editing this. Sometimes I make videos that I just despise editing, but I figure it's important to share the candid snapshots either way, right? I'm going to make another cup of tea, although I might borderline over-caffeinating myself and just get anxious, but that's alright, we take those risks. I'm going to make another cup of tea, and I'm going to work on getting this full manuscript over to this agent, because this is the most important thing in my life right now. I also spent like an hour this morning journaling. I've been journaling too much. In my last video I talked about this, but I think I've been journaling too much. It's actually a bit problematic now. Probably shouldn't track every single thought and emotion that I have as they come. I was at a point, it was yesterday, I was with a friend and I said shh, and I pulled out my journal and had to write down what I was thinking in case I forgot it. Need to stop that behavior, not normal. I'm going to shut up now, but just before we transition into the vloggy element of this video where you follow me through my day as a full-time artist, I want to have a quick word about today's wonderful sponsor, which is so damn relevant to everything, and I've partnered with this sponsor for a while because it's important to me and has genuinely helped me flourish in my career as an artist, and that is Skillshare. As I'm expanding my mediums as an artist, I'm finding classes really help me gain more confidence as I compile and potentially share these creations. One particular class I found very insightful is this class here with Leah Gorin on illustration and inspiration, and we're learning the importance of sketchbook practice and creating with intuition rather than needless deliberation. I found this class, amongst others, on Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by instructors and pros across film, illustration, painting, crafting, writing, music, fashion, design, productivity, and more. Invest in yourself and your goals by starting a learning path or learning journey on Skillshare to take your creative passion or project to the next level. The first 500 people to use my link in the description box will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, which is so worth checking out in my humble opinion. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and thank you for listening.
Messin plutôt que français, de Metz plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a abandonné un matin.
What's in my bag, you ask? A book, an umbrella because it's probably gonna rain, / is raining. I'm putting my journal in it because I'm currently addicted. I'm tired now. Let's go.
De 7 ans, il y a 2 choses qui font un homme: sa mère et sa ville. Plus jeune, mon père me disait: on te trouvera dans le caniveau, une aiguille plantée dans le bras, et tu vivras sous les ponts. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe sous les ponts de nos jours? Personne va sous les ponts de nos jours, et ça se trouve c'est un monde meilleur, peuplé de clochards et de 8-6. Messin plutôt que français, de Metz plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a abandonné.
I just got in now, I just got home. I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. So I had the exhibition and then I had a dinner organised afterwards. But because I didn't realise that I'd spent the entire time out. I wasn't expecting focus. And I didn't realise that I wouldn't be home for a while, but I'm home. But now that I'm home and it's like 8 p.m, I'm panicking because I didn't get as much editing done as I wanted to get done. So now I might see it. It's hard because when I edit at nighttime, it's not as good because my brain shuts off. And then I wake up and kind of have to re-edit the edits, but then I get a guilt complex. And so if I there's a few times where I've been like, okay, well, if I'm gonna re-edit my night edits in the morning, I may as well just edit in the morning. But then by morning come, I just feel awfully guilty and behind schedule if I don't at least try. The guilt complex, well, so it's probably a combination of many things. I think it's better to care too much than to not care at all, right? So I might just have a go I'll drag my laptop into bed with me and just stay there and do what I can until then. I haven't read anything yet today, which I also feel guilty about. Guilt complex is winning at the moment. Considering having a coffee and staying up, but then I'll hate myself in the morning, so I shouldn't do it. We have some sun waxing and waning. I really hope she stays because I could not handle another grey day. It's I think it's about 7 AM. I woke up naturally and decided to get a start on editing so I don't hate myself. oh, this is so lovely. I did a bit last night. I wrote until about 10, but then I found that my brain just switched off anyway, so I figured I should probably not push it. So I'm going to see how much I can do today, and the aim is to get the full manuscript ready today. And then have that submitted by the end of work day with the edits. I haven't done anything yet. Some mornings when I really just want to get some editing done, I just wake up, brush my teeth, make tea, and just start editing in my pajamas and my bed hair and everything. There's really no need to get ready if I don't plan on being seen, right? So this is a case of rolling out of bed and just working from home. That's the beauty of it.
Messin plutôt que français, de Metz plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a abandonné. Un matin de septembre, il y a deux choses qui font un homme, sa mère et sa ville. Plus jeune, mon père me disait, on te retrouvera dans le caniveau, une aiguille plantée dans le bras, et tu vivras sous les ponts. Mais qu'est-ce qui...
I look crazy. Crazy. I just came out of like a writing binge. 3:45 p.m. and I just did it. I just submitted the full manuscript. I did all the edits that I need to do. So I think, what, if I started at 7 and it's 3:45, it's a solid 8 hours. 8.5 hours with a little snacking in between. I look insane. I still haven't showered yet. I feel good. I feel so glad that that's done now. That's off my shoulders. I mean, obviously it's not done, but I can now go back to a pace whilst I wait for feedback and everything. Okay, I should shower. I should maybe leave the house today. That might be cool. That would be so cool.
De Metz plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a abandonné. Un matin de septembre, il y a deux choses qui font un homme, sa mère et sa ville. Plus jeune, mon père me disait, on te retrouvera dans le caniveau, une aiguille plantée dans le bras, et tu vivras sous les ponts. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe sous les ponts de nos jours? Plus personne va sous les ponts de nos jours. Et ça se trouve c'est un monde meilleur, peuplé de clochards et de métis.
Good morning. It is 10:26 a.m. It's a Sunday, so I had a bit of a lie-in By lion, I mean stared at my ceiling and invented situations. And I've been working at sorting submissions for my literary and arts journal for a while, so that's fun. I want to try and, I mean, there's like 500, but I want to try and get them all done today, which is kind of insane. But I think I could. We'll see. I'll update you, of course. It is yet another morning that I have been on my laptop for about 5 hours already. What time is it? Okay, it's 10:30, so I've only been on my laptop for 4 hours. I'm sorting through submissions for my literary and arts journal. I really want to have at least all the poetry submissions done today because there's hundreds of those. I think there's like 300 of those. And I got through a big chunk yesterday. So I want to get those done today, and then tomorrow I can do essays and fiction because I think there's only like 80 of each of those. And then art I'll do on a separate day because I don't like to do art on the same days that I sort as the literature or the writing pieces, because I feel like it's a whole different voice, so I need a different brain for it. It's Monday. I have to film and edit a YouTube video that's due tomorrow, and these, of course. And at 4 p.m. I'm going to go see a film with some friends, and that's like my little treat. That's my little way out. So I've negotiated with myself that if I get all this done by 4 p.m, which I will, mark my words, then I get to go have my little treat and see my friends at 4 p.m. with the film. And then after that I'll come home and probably keep working. These periods where I'm moderating other people's creations for the literary and arts journal, I find that I just don't create as much, obviously, because I'm moderating others' creations, which is kind of like a nice, I think initially I resented it a little bit because I felt like it was boxing me in, but it's such a rewarding thing to read other people's works, of course. But now I think I found a nice pattern with it all where it says it's like cyclical. So the first 2 weeks of the month I will spend creating my own works, 100% devoted to those, and then the second 2 weeks of the month I will spend devoted to other people's works. And I think it's a nice cycle, and it kind of aids in my creative process because there's a bit of a expectation to it. And I mean, obviously it's flexible. I can absolutely reserve some time to work on my own things during these periods, which I will today actually, because today I feel like, well, I need to write a poem, don't I? I need to write a poem. I wrote an essay yesterday in the cafe that I took you to. I'm drinking a matcha. It's a hot matcha. Usually I have iced matchas, but this is a hot matcha because it's cold. 3 days till spring. Save me, spring, save me.
Drogué plutôt que français, car la France elle m'a abandonné, et la drogue elle m'a jamais lâché. Plus jeune mon père me disait, tu te retrouveras dans le caniveau, une aiguille plantée dans le bras, et tu vivras sous les ponts. Putain mon père, ce mec qui a eu tort tout ça, putain de vie, pour une fois il avait raison. On me retrouvera une aiguille plantée dans le bras, à mourir sous les ponts, à mourir sur les ponts de reste.
Conclusion. I am now home. Get this awful contraption off me. Overalls are so cute, but they're so uncomfortable. Conclusion. This past few days was an experiment to see if I could find balance. The results conclude I could not. I think because I am so madly in love with what I'm doing. Even when I'm overworking, it doesn't feel like I am, but I guess then it builds up to those points of burnout, right? But it's just balance. Maybe it's just not for me. All of these quests to find balance, all of these quests to find a writing routine, all of these quests to hack burnout, maybe there just isn't a hack. Maybe the quest is the friends we made along the way. I mean, I'm sleeping enough, I'm eating enough. There's nothing that I could possibly want to change. Maybe I have found balance. Maybe this is balance. Maybe this is the equilibrium. My conclusion is gratitude and excitement. Pinching myself that this is my life and I can say that I am a full-time creator. Creative. Same thing. Is it? My brain's a little bit scrambled, so I might just watch a film. I always record these kind of, these peek glimpses into my life as when I have quieter days and more time at home to work on what I need to work on, and the general routine, because when I have the fun crazy days, like that's not, they're the fun crazy days, you know, that's not the entire life, that's not my daily routine, that's just a fun crazy day. Do you appreciate those more candid glimpses into my quieter life behind closed doors? Or do you like the exciting, fun stuff? Good night. Sleep well.